So, hey all, this is Anosis. Hopefully, of course, you'll be able to hear, the recording voice and stuff that, like, I always thought that the controller, speaker volume affects, like, how high the voice is. Because I remember when doing the Final Fantasy ones, it was more easier to tell my voice. But it was way harder when I played, like Castlevania and stuff like that, and I don't know if it's just something with the game or whatever, Yeah, anyway, if you don't want to use spells here, you can do this. You can use to do Fire Bat and you can use Enter it that way. But as you can see here, there's no Holy Sword, there's an End Demon card instead. So yes. Again, I don't know exactly what's the damage now with Alucard. It's 70k. That's decent, but I don't think that's enough to kill it. How much? Okay, so 23 is enough to kill it, so it might be possible soon to do the grind. To do the money grind, although technically you want another Lapis Lazuli at least to do the grind. Right. Now what you can do is you just do this. Never do this. So now we have the Shield Rod. The Shield Rod is of course pretty decent to damage, it's actually more than the Holy Rod, which is interesting. Now it's not the fastest thing in the world, but it's still pretty decent. The good thing is of course is that yes, it does boost the defense as well, because it's a Shield Rod, that's what it does, right? It boosts defense by quite a lot. Basically it's almost like having another shield equipped and stuff like that. And it makes sense right that this will be a spell casting rod that's like less. You can get some green tea there. I also used to think that that room should have had something hidden about it or whatever, or that this old master likes, or defeat him with each of the melee weapons, or defeat him with each of the fist weapons, including normal fists, and stuff like that. Oh, Newton bomb, that's very nice. Actually, let's grab this. Yeah, this is somewhere where you would want to use a spell. Although I don't think we have anything that is technically an offensive spell right now. Yeah. You might wonder oh, but how are you supposed to get, how are you supposed to get, I mean, I've shown it before. I mean, theoretically we could go and get the thing right now. But I don't know how to properly do it. I know it's just you go out of, you go out of the... I'm gonna try it once. I might end up dying by doing this. I need to make sure that we do have some sort of potion. Yes, we do have potions. Because right. The question is, do we have enough MP though? I mean, you could go through in bat form as well. But wait till you do that, right? Yeah. but I don't know if you have to be in mist form to do it. So yeah. I wanna spare the MP by the way, so we're not gonna do it normally the way you do it. Okay. 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 Okay, so we need to do this. Okay. Please tell me I have enough. Potion. Oh, it's that easy. Okay. Right, so you just spam the input after you leave. I always thought that you had to time it. Like I didn't think that you could just press it immediately when you get out of the form. So that's why I would always fail it before when I tried it.
How about this? How about this?
17,000, that's pretty decent. Right. But keep in mind normally it's meant to be that, oh, he doesn't update his shop until you go into the second castle or whatever, right? Yeah. Because the shield road is actually worse than this situation, so you want to be using that. Of course, keep in mind that with silvering, of course, with silvering, of course, that means that technically we only need to go and fight succubus, and then we can basically get the go into the second castle ready and stuff that, which can be a bit dangerous to do, and not doing the. I just want to check if we can get lucky again and get another one. We did not. And the mystic pendant, by the way, is in the chapel, by the way. And normally this is also where you can get the Ring of Arcana from the thing, but yeah, but you need of course enough MP. We're 94 MP now, that's pretty decent, but it's still not close to what you would have normally and stuff like that. Okay, so now we do this. Down up. And then I do recommend it pause sometimes if it starts hurting your fingers or whatever. Because the buttons are quite sharp on the controller actually. So that was an early Ring of Arcana, I feel like. But yeah, doing this with Mystic Pendant is kind of must normally, because otherwise you're gonna run out of MP. I know that there are, I always used to think that it has to do with how many repeats you can get, but that's apparently wrong, because sometimes you can get it quick. But yeah, so Ring of Arcana increases rare item appearance. This is of course very good. Of course, not called rare item appearance. Right, because technically right, yes, one of the items from an enemy is rare, right? But it might be that it just affects the drop rate of everything basically, because all items count as rare. Okay, the second drop is the rare item drop, but the first drop is the more common drop. But still, in terms of like rare, you know, there are certain common drops that are more rare than other common drops. If that makes sense. So if it's like, okay, this increases all drops by a certain percentage, you know. But sometimes I feel, of course, getting another lapis lazuli is sometimes better. Sometimes the effect of 2 lapis lazuli is greater depending on what you farm. Because it's plus 40 luck from having 2 lapis lazulis. And then plus 30 luck from having, I think it's plus 30 right, from the thing. We can technically do this now, because this is going to be way quicker now to do. I should have actually gotten the, we should have gotten the thing, by the way. Meow. Meow. What the fuck? Meow. Okay. Of course, and once you have the speed here, then you can just go through stuff. Right, and this works out because now the library card that we get here will actually get used library card and attack potion. Although you could just go up after doing succubus, by the way. So. We want to use actually holy rod here, because I think holy rod will be better on the boss. Okay. Yoink. One thing that you can do here also is you can do this, I believe. Yes, and you bounce into it, so you only need a skill of wolf and power of wolf. Well, technically you only need a skill of wolf, technically. Power or whatever. Claymore there. Claymore, of course, is hitting for 33 damage, which is decent. But I bet Holy Rod will deal more damage to it. And then here we go and do this thing first. Oh my, meal ticket, meal ticket. Meal ticket, and meal ticket, and moonstone. And moonstone is a big deal, by the way, because all of the stats increase from that, and that's actually going to be way better for now. Technically it might be worth using the attack potion in this boss, maybe. Keep in mind that this will refill, because it basically still counts as being a save, except it doesn't save your game. Just save your game, oh no, nightmare. Oh, I haven't heard her saying that. It's actually funny to have this fight last a while, by the way. I think it's actually Maria's voice actor that I used there. Whatever for Bros. So gold ring and silver ring. It's not really that far. And like the library puts you all the way up there. But it doesn't take that long to actually go back. And stuff that, like, I don't know why that's like, I mean, I don't think you ever see people in the library cards from that location, but yeah. Of course, the main reason why I wouldn't want to wait with doing, or why I normally would want to do Grand Faroon is of course to get the Mormon Guild, but also, you know, to get the Spike Breaker and stuff. There you can see it's only used up here. Yeah. Yeah. That's right. Meow meows. Okay. Silver ring. Nej, lappslöseri. Moonstone. And then it needs to do 13 times, I think it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Because that's the thing, right? That's actually how you're supposed to figure it out. Because it actually has to do with the clock and the symbols. And now it will go back to whatever the correct time is. But yeah. And over here, of course, health max up. And health max up. We don't want to use Holy Rod on her, of course. We want to be using... Should we punch her? Should we punch her? The answer is yes. We could of course shield rod, but we don't have any like decent shield rod spells. Of course, I mean, we could eventually try the glitch again at some point, you know, and stuff there, but if I get it to work, you know, I will let you know in the video where I tried to do the glitch. I mean, the thing is, we never did it exactly correct, because when you do it correct, you do kill all of them except for one, and I kept missing one. But that's the point when I got it to work, because it just disappeared after that. Yeah, easy peasy. And of course, this is the same music that plays when you fight Richter, by the way, so yeah. So you get Holy Glasses, which is actually one more intelligence. Just looking better intelligence wise, but it's like one less armor. Yeah, put on the Shaman Shield. Oh, right, I wasn't using the Shaman Shield. There for whatever weird reason. Back to Holy Rod, I guess. Yes. Back to Holy Rod. So get Holy Glasses for Mario, of course. Now the thing is, of course, if you know that you can do that, for example, and you can get both of the rings, then you don't even have to go down into the caverns, almost. You know, you go down into the underground section, but you don't technically go into where the caverns are. Yeah. Because now, right, the bosses that are left here would be like Grand Falloon and Orox. Is the bosses left? Yeah, Grand Falloon and Orox and Cerberus. Yeah. Now normally, of course, they give you quite a decent amount of XP and stuff there, which, you know, can be the scary thing with going into Disc 2. Disc 2. Cancelled. Disc 2, like if it would have all been on one disc or something like that. Yeah. Okay. So now we're going to go to Castle 2. Which is actually, what's our level? 23? Yeah, that's a bit early for Castle 2, I guess. I mean, not super early or anything, but I think we would have gotten at least, I don't know how many levels in Catacombs. Catacombs, of course, allows you to get Spike Baker, which is gonna be good, technically. But yeah. The question is, I still don't know how to do Richter Skip. Apparently it has to do with doing like a slope jump or whatever, right? You do a slope jump and then you run forward with the wolf. I don't think you even need to do a charge, right? It's just a very specific position you need to be in, then you do the wolf, like you run with the wolf. I don't think you even need to do the charge or whatever, right? Like you're somewhere with the wolf. And then you basically like... No, that was not it, because you need to see the bottom part of the screen. I think it's actually dependent on hits, right, rather than damage that you do to it, right. I don't care that it was a bit slow there. I don't remember all the spellcasts that you do, right. Is it used that you do because I think you do 2 Soul Steal first, right, followed by like a spirit thing, or Tetra Spirit, right. I forgot what order it was, maybe I did use them in wrong order, you know. Or maybe I could have used Soul Steal twice. Yeah, I think I would have been able to get Soul Steal twice there. Right, with Tempe, I have, yeah, or I would have been able to Soul Steal twice. And now we're in the second castle. Of course, nice, so that's the third one in this castle, of course. Right. And then this is gonna be important here. To get Art max up, Life max up, Art max up again. Royal Cloak, of course, which is gonna be a big upgrade. That gives you 1 more defense and 3 more constitution. Another life max up. Another health max up. Another life max up. And then Bastard Sword. Bastard Sword is first like a really big upgrade from 32, even stronger than Claymore. So yeah. So I always felt like that's meant to be your like starting weapon for Castle 2. That you're meant to have weaker stuff than that at this point. Of course, if you would have had Holy Sword, for example, which you can go back and get in the first castle, then that would have been decent. Mind that you want to kill the skull off here. This guy can of course stop the skull shield, which can be decent. But I saw even that guy gave you a lot of XP there. Resist fire, resist ice, resist stone, resist thunder. All of those resists, by the way, are actually pretty decent to have most of that. And by the way, if you're really struggling on Galmoth, but I don't think this is just like counts as thunder, right? Because there is a thing that you can wear that supposedly helps you against thunder, which helps you against his thunder attack, but the balls apparently are not thunder. Whatever weird reason. Get the library card here, which is nice. We're gonna take quite a bit of different of a route though, I think. The reason we're gonna take a different route is because for several reasons. Okay. I forgot if you should do more damage, right? 33 damage. Okay. It doesn't matter because that attack does very little damage. It's like being touched by it that does a lot of damage. Okay. And then this is gonna get me over 200 health. Well, not really, because it's gonna be a Vlad. Ring of Vlad. This should be the first relic you get, and that's gonna be +1 intelligence. Again. Now the weird thing about the second castle is because all the areas doesn't have their own unique music. It's not like... But I definitely think that if they would have split this up over like 2 discs or whatever, I think that would have actually been better and stuff like that. Right, because all the areas should have had like different ones. It would have been cool if it would have been some sort of dissonance version of the regular tracks or whatever, you know. Moonrod. Moonrod, by the way, is decent because of the fireball input during this attack, which actually does quite a lot of damage if I remember correctly. So Moonrod is not bad. Take the upper pat, by the way. The upper pat is actually easier for a certain reason. And he has actually way more health than that, but there's a bug that makes you kill him quickly, and it has to do with his bomb. And it's over here now because it's kind of mirrored. It's only upside down, but it's kind of mirrored. That was a crazy crit though. Right, so that is what that is. Right, whoops. Right, I already went there where that thing was. Let's break the wall, right? Just go into mist mode. Don't mess around with them. Although I do think we have high enough defense now at this point. One of the bags are still gonna remain the same though, by the way, but yeah. Now we can see here at Cloak Knight. Heart max up. Okay, 2 hits now kills him. That's decent, I guess. Actually, let's switch on the Ring of Arcana here. I mean, I don't want to grind that for now, because here we have more Cloak Knights we can kill. Yeah, but it's a bit weird, right? Like, I don't know if the holy rod use doesn't deal like holy damage enough stuff. Like, why isn't succubus weak to holy damage? You know, it's a bit weird. I don't mind killing them. They are doing little damage to me. That can be a bit scary. Now I am gonna show you eventually. If we can get to that today, we might be able to do that today, but otherwise we're gonna have to do it another day. The trick that you do. I mean, I could just explain to you what it is, but basically you get gas cloud or the poison mist. Technically, I think you can do this here. This will be strong enough to just run through them. If you ever are afraid for going through that section. And you get the Dragon Helm. It's actually a good reason to go that way first, to get the Dragon Helm. Because that will just make combat with every weapon easier. And sure, you miss out on Twilight Cloak, but I feel like this is kinda the way the devs wanted to go. Because it always felt weird that you can use, you get the Royal Cloak, right, and then you almost get it immediately. You almost get the Twilight Cloak immediately. And that to me never made sense. Right, I would have just made it so that Medusa would have had some sort of key she would have dropped. Like the flood would have worked as a key to unlock the door, basically. Like, basically the right side would have been where the tombstones are, would have been locked up, you know, and then it would have been something like, oh, smells of snakes or something like that, you know, or just like requires the snake key, and then she would have dropped like a snake key that she would have just like dropped on the ground or whatever, like of the boss fight. And then, like, or it would just be enough to pick up, it would get added to your inventory the same way how, like, holy glasses are added to your inventory, it would just add it to the inventory, basically, pretty much. I also used to think that there would be some way to, like, kill these, by the way, the stone skulls, that they would have given you an insane amount of XP or whatever, right, because they're an invulnerable enemy, so to speak. I don't know technically if there are a hidden XP value to them that's just not explained. Same thing with kind of, there is a hidden XP value to the spike balls. Or whatever, right? Like, okay, like, why are you meant to be able to kill the spike balls, you know, and stuff like that. But yeah, and it's just better to do this here. Just going through this way. And it's actually better to use the thumbstick when doing this, because then it's easier to hold in this combination, by the way, so yeah. But we want to go to this first, and there is no boss, of course, in the reverse library, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, 53 damage, that's actually pretty scary. I would love to see a very quick Grim actually. Yeah, we're gonna get a lot of levels here actually. That's gonna make things a lot safer. The thing of course is that there is a lot of good weapons in this area, by the way, so yeah. Now normally I felt that you're meant to actually wait with going here, by the way. How much defense do we have now? 24. Okay, that's still not great. Monster movie is a ghost. That's scary. He has no charge that way, he charges forward, which is lucky. Like, if they wanted to, they could have made him like super hard by making him like charge forward and stuff like that. We need to go this way though. Because this is where the books would be. Like the stronger books. Let's see, we're gaining levels quickly now, we're level 30 here. And there's absolutely nothing, so this is a room where they could have added something, a relic, whatever, right? Because I've talked about this, that they could add in the other items without adding in the areas, because there are more than enough rooms that just have nothing in them, right, and where you could easily use it. Alright. I mean, that's pretty decent soul stealer. I know that it dies quicker in the Holy Rod, but the Holy Rod is way weaker against the other guys. And keep in mind, if you're really struggling against a boss on the second disc, you can figure out what element they are. A lot of bosses are different elements, by the way. I mean, technically that's the easiest smooth to reach, technically. But keep in mind, they need to be in bounds for the weapon to actually drop and stuff there. And by the way, if you get lucky and you get the Tin Man's drop, the Tin Man has a very, very good drop. That will make the game a whole lot easier if you happen to get it. And of course we want to make sure we kill the lions. Right, that's bad. Raw! Yeah, those things are funny. Yeah, neutron bomb. And here we get the Battler. Battler is pretty bad power increase with gameplay. Actually, the attack on it is decent once you play enough. And I mean, when you're doing a luck run, of course, because the fact that your strength is gonna be lower, is the battle area is actually better and stuff like that. So things that have a fixed value, and then there are certain weapons that have like a fixed value even if you're doing luck mode and stuff like that. Like, because the battle area's damage is fixed depending on the game time, so it will always get the same damage from like 99 hours. Whatever, right? And for example, if this time we would have gone above 99 hours, if it would have been able to say go to 100 plus hours or whatever, like it would have gotten like the strongest weapon in the game. I think it's Holy Rod. Okay, you're dealing 17 damage with that, with Holy Rod. Morning Star might be better. We're gonna test if it's that they're strong to Holy. That's scary. And Holy Rod is good enough here. let's make sure that we actually can heal first now. I mean, you will get a, what is it, a Starlight if you go up to the top part. Right, a Starlight. Is it anything else? I think it's only for Starlight. I think. Like, of course, many things are not worth going for immediately in the second castle because of how low your damage is going to be and stuff like that. Okay, and then we get to the librarian's room. Because of course with an opal you get a library card. And it's weird, it would have been nice to actually have had a reverse shop and stuff. That would have been cool. And stuff that, you know. Come on, Shmoo. Yeah, I do have the ring of Mana equipped. Into that. That's where we haven't seen the gauntlet even from the lions. It would have been nice to see the Crystal again, but we're probably not going to. Oh shit. Yeah. And then it's reverse rain. It's still raining normally. It almost feels like you're going through the rain sometimes when going upwards like this. This is going to be a high potion. And this is now black potion. And this is the way better room to do it in. The grind. Gauntlet is nice. The gauntlet can also be dropped by the you know. So the gauntlet is his common drop, by the way. So yeah. Skill level 31 now. Because the thing is, right, that if we go and do Grand Falloon too late, Grand Falloon is going to give you no XP and then it's going to feel like a waste. So you want to go and do Grand Falloon eventually. But yeah. We're going to grind this a few times here. Now keep in mind, of course, is that if we go to where the Beelzebub is, or Beelzebub, the Ring of Arcana is very close to that location. Now keep in mind, of course, it is entirely possible also to get really lucky, for example, with the Waterfall as a drop and stuff that, which is very, very nice. And keep in mind, I believe that a Lucko doesn't need to kill it specifically with weapons. Like you can, for example, kill enemies with, for example, with gas cloud. Oh yeah, Ring of Water, nice. Right. I want to do a Ring of Water though. But of because keep in mind, right, that if you let a friend play the game and you have a clear file, it doesn't matter, right, that they can start a new game, right, from a file, and because you have a clear file, right, that's gonna make it so that the border drops even on other files. The border will drop. And it's a bit stupid because then the friend can get an easy time and the friend can use the argument of, oh, but it always drops or whatever, right? So I had a friend back in the day who did not understand that. Of course, I didn't know what the Ring of Water even was and stuff like that back then. Like, it was basically the first time I played through the game. I had beaten the game at that point. And a friend was interested in playing the game, and then he was, and on the very, very first golden skeleton, because he wasn't farming it, on the very first time he killed it, he got the Ring of Water. And I was like, okay, like it's just like, and then he thought, you know, he was so smart, you know, like, you know, stuff like that, and then it's just like, yeah. Yeah, so the game is not hard, but still, but it's like really, really, you know. Like, there's no way to complete it rough rate run again, because the first time you are in the library, there are certain items that are not being sold when you do on a new game, right? Like the Harper doesn't show up, the Joseph Cloak doesn't show up until you get into the second castle, I believe. Okay, there we go. I will Ring of Waters. So you could go, for example, for that instead, but that is only plus 10 from 2. So it's right, so it's 5 plus, it's 5 luck from a Ring of Water. It's 20 from that, it's same from a Moonstone. Moonstone is plus 5 luck as well. So yeah, Lapis, here we go. And of course, Ring of Arcana is no luck, but yeah. That would of course bring it to a pretty decent amount. There, the value. Yeah, Golden Ring Through overall is of course obviously like a Lord of the Rings reference. Or whatever, right? And the golden skeleton, of course, being the strongest skeleton, has the ring through all the other skeletons. Which is interesting. Okay, I'm not getting hit. Ooh, I need to use that, otherwise just deliver a couple of hits, then dodge back. But we got super lucky. Because the thing is, you don't want him to roll. That was basically the god RNG. And we get Tooth of Vlad. Tooth of Vlad is attack, right? Oh, strength. Yeah, strength. I mean, that's attack. So. Shield potion, of course. Now. Is it health max up? Yes. 263, and this is 32 now. Right, and this is where they start going up. Now you get the shotgun, you get the hammer, and there's no luck going down there. Or whatever, going up, I guess. I think I also want to go into this room and you knock at the wall to get some dim sum sets. And here we got the top hole. And just like with the moon rod, you can throw it like that. And there's nothing from like left to right, but it's again 5 ball input. Because shotgun were something that they throw in real life, I believe, as well, Lebanese and curved swords. Because I believe that's used actually in Age of Empires 2, from one of the factions. Their unique unit basically can throw the sword rather than, you know, attack normally with it or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, that must have been a way longer flight than normally. Yesterday was a short flight here, but I did it correct there a few times, I think. What is this? Yeah, this is gonna be the iron ball. Okay. We actually want to go into the underground caverns first. Because I want to actually kill Galmot as early as possible, just because then Galmot gives you a lot of XP. But it might be dangerous because we don't have Alucard shield yet. Although you can get it in the underground area. You get stuck on here. Although we're probably not going to do it with Alucard shield. Cross is maybe not the greatest to have, but still. I'm gonna make sure that I save over or that we don't pick up the diamonds if we can avoid them. But, yeah. You can also do this just here. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow, meow. I know you can do this actually, there we go. And I believe this is where one of the diamonds are, right? No, this is an opal. Mine then. And it's weird, like, what is the lonely imp doing down here? Okay. I forgot what's over down there, by the way. If that just leads to a diamond like where succubus used to be. I know there are peanuts in the other room. And the peanuts of course require you to press a certain input in order to actually eat them. And keep in mind that technically the cross isn't bad. Well, I mean, you kind of need to have two of a certain thing though to make the cross good. But main problem is that you don't have 3 accessory slots. Because there is a certain accessory slot that actually stacks. Like not all accessories, as I've said, stack. Of course, Avada stacks, anything that increases like strength or whatever stacks, you know. I think Moonstones also stacks, for example, so when you're doing the Infinity Beast, for example, you can pick up technically like 2 Moonstones, 2 Sunstones, and stuff like that. So yeah. A meal ticket. It's gonna be the same meal ticket, okay? It's very similar to before. Meal ticket and meal ticket. Yeah. Right, and this is a regular save, and this is just gonna be a peanut right here. Left behind a peanut. Or maybe Dracula's secretly like peanuts or something like that. I always used to think that peanuts was made to like lure the dodo bird or something like that, you know, or that it was meant to be like, oh, use these items against fakes or whatever, you know. Okay. I mean, we could technically use another recording to just finish things up, basically, because we will have finished the game at that point. If we do one other recording, I'm pretty certain at least. It drops input sometimes. I think it has to do sometimes with if you try to do the input too quickly. I don't have a great weapon against this guy. Yeah, that's a bit of an issue actually, that we don't have a great... Because he doesn't take more damage right from a thing. Actually, let's do this actually instead here. Force of Echo. Is good because that's a lot of XP. She can drop, I believe, she can drop the Zweihander if I'm not mistaken. What are you trying to do? Draw the card. If you know how the AI works, it's actually pretty easy to manipulate. Now I'm gonna do the loop just because it deserves it. I'm just gonna show you there that there's no excuse for any speedrunner to die to this. I mean, I'm guessing it's just because they don't like, but of course they entered it with much lower health and stuff like that, so yeah, you know, and without ring of warders and stuff like that, and it's just like that. But yeah, it's with an awkward weapon also that's not like super quick to attack. And yeah, again, there's nothing here in that specific area at least. And keep in mind this is where you would ground up them also, by the way, because you can restore health here with the thing. What's the roast here? Oh, get the sushi here. Might be able to fly over here. All time ends, and we pick up the dark blade, right? I think it's dark blade, but Beer. Yes, the dog lady.